Hi, welcome to ET Edge Insights exclusive interview. Today we have with us Mr. Shailendra Shukla. He is the Managing Director of Mobility Group, Eaton, India.
Hi Tanmay, and thank you so much for sparing your time for the discussion. It will be a very pleasant discussion. I'm sure we'll have good time together.
Thank you for your precious time.
Thank you.
Mr. Shukla, let's begin by asking you, EV is the in thing. I mean, that is a need of the hour. Globally, we are seeing, a lot of countries are getting into EV manufacturing, and more so in India. The government has also initiated a lot of initiatives and schemes. So how do you see your company contributing to the EV market in India? And in your words, how do you see the growth in the coming years?
Sure. So thanks Tanmay for asking this brilliant question. And right now, a lot of people really want to understand how the EV world is going to shape up. So fortunately for us as an organization, we have experiences in the other parts of globe, and we know for sure that some territories and continents like Europe, USA, China are way ahead as far as EV adoption is considered. But India is not behind. There are a lot of actions which government has taken through the FAME 2 norms. You have the PLI scheme. So we would see the adoption of EV going up. Right now, the bigger action is seen in two-wheelers as well as three-wheelers. The passenger vehicles are following it. And then we have a whole lot of commercial vehicle where it's going to be EV and alternate fuels. I'm sure we'll get opportunity to discuss this as we move ahead. So what exactly Eaton is doing for the EV space? So to set the context right, Eaton is very clear, we are not going to make a complete EV vehicle. Okay, we are not going to be into the finished product, but we will make the essential components which gets into the EV. And what are these essential components? So we are going to be in power transmissions, we are going to be in power distributions, and we are going to be in power connections, largely utilized by the passenger vehicles and also commercial vehicle. Good thing is we have learnt from our global experience where our products are now already there in the field, and we have now enough data, and we can easily adopt in India. So in short, Eaton is going to play in power connections, power distribution, and power transmissions. That's going to be true in India as well. And right now when I speak, we are engaged with some prospective OEMs who want to have their EV vehicles soon in the country, and hopefully people will get to experience our product soon.
Right. Interestingly, you just touched upon alternate fuel options. So if you can just give us a brief of, along with EV, what are the other options which the world is looking at?
Sure. So Tanmay, if you see in India, we are pretty much acquainted with compact natural gas, CNG, and we know a lot of cars are running, but there are other options. For example, government is promoting biofuels and biodiesel. We have LNG, which may be also coming forth. Most important, we would have also heard a lot about hydrogen economy. Now, hydrogen can come in two space. One, it could be as a fuel cell, or it could be also as an internal combustion engine. So there are going to be wide variety of alternate fuels available. At this juncture, Tanmay, it may get little difficult to pinpoint which one is going to be having a higher adoption than other, as the industry is going through its evolution cycle. The users are going through their evolution cycle, and somewhere I think we will have a match. And we can also notice that different types of vehicles may go for a different type of fuel. For example, if you see heavy duty commercial vehicles, for them hydrogen could be one of the option, which may bring a good saving and a total cost of ownership. That doesn't mean I'm saying it's going to be hydrogen. I'm just saying could be one of the option. Similarly, for passenger vehicles, it could be a whole lot of electrification or hydrogen, or maybe other than CNG, there could be other options as well. But right now we are in interesting times. We are at a cusp of technology change. On one hand, we have electrification happening. On other hand, there are alternate fuels. But with this, I also want to put one more data point on the table, Tanmay, is the traditional engines, that is the petrol and diesel internal combustion engine, is not going to disappear soon.
Right.
Okay, it's going to be around, and with the rate India's market is growing, chances are that they would also grow.
Right.
So it's going to be the traditional plus alternate plus electrification, and I'm sure we'll have good time with that.
Right. Very interesting. You talked about power solutions for vehicles for Eaton. Now, if we talk about smart innovation, Industry 4.0 and smart innovation, so if you can just give a brief as to how this can enhance, or what has Eaton done to enhance production of or the manufacturing capability of power solutions for vehicles.
So Tanmay, when we talk about Industry 4.0, that will be the subset of digitization.
Right.
Now, Eaton pursues digital mindset as one of its strong leadership attribute. And when we talk about digitization, there would be three areas of action. One is the customer facing. You do all what customer needs. It could be monetization, giving solutions or what they experience with you. Second could be for your employees, how they experience digitization. And third could be driving efficiencies in your system. The Industry 4.0 will actually play a role when it comes to driving efficiency in your manufacturing systems. So Eaton is at a good advanced stage as far as adoption of Industry 4.0 is considered,
Right.
including our plants in India. And when you go a little deeper in Industry 4.0, it's basically connected systems. It's basically a lot of system integration. Now, just to name a few, we have Internet of Things, you have system integration, simulation, you will have augmented reality, additive printing, big data, cloud, artificial intelligence and robotics. These are usually the bricks in Industry 4.0. Right. I always say it's like a pizza topping. An organization need not go for all together. They can pick and choose where they want to be. So in Eaton, we have done some pick and choose. We have a lot of industrial robots, and AI is what we use. That's something would be of interest to people. Second, we use additive printing, not for mass manufacturing, but for the maintenance purpose. We also use augmented reality. We have whole lot of Internet of Things, which is a very essential component, and system integration. And when you do that, you need cloud and you need cyber security.
Right.
So in short, when you implement all of them put together efficiently, it's called a lighthouse.
Right.
And that is where any manufacturing organization's dream would be to have a lighthouse. Eaton already has few of those, and in India we would want to be there soon.
Right.
So yes, it is used for driving efficiency. It does help in improving quality, safety,
Right.
and the overall productivity.
Right. Very interestingly put down. Pizza topping, right? When we talk about sustainability, or sustainable practices to reduce the impact on the environment, so what has Eaton done to, or what are the strategies that Eaton has put in place to ensure that sustainable or sustainability practices are put in place?
So Eaton, when it comes to sustainability, has made bold declarations. Okay, we have come out in open, and we have, kind of explained or announced our sustainability target.
Right.
One of them is we will reduce our scope 3 emissions by 15% by 2030. We will be carbon neutral by 2030, and our scope 2 and scope 1 emissions will drop by 50%. Now, what does this really means in a simple parlance?
Right.
One is how are you, what is the kind of greenhouse gas you are emitting? Are you using efficient sources of energy? So there are two ways where Eaton is going to work on sustainability. A, for their own consumption and usage. Right. There is a whole lot of target which we are pursuing. And one is bringing those solutions also for the customers where it helps to improve the environment.
Right.
So whatever we are doing in globe is getting replicated in India. All our plants in India are zero waste to landfill and zero waste, zero water discharge certified.
Right.
We use renewable energy and solar to the maximum possible extent.
Right.
We have a whole lot of water conservation projects. So in short, we stick to what Eaton drives globally. We stick to the motto of being carbon neutral by 2030 and reducing our emissions.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'll ask you another pizza topping question. You've talked extensively about the technology. Now, if I may ask you, what are the current trends in power solutions for vehicles, and maybe how has Eaton positions itself in the market to capitalize these trends?
So we did speak about few trends, and electrification obviously is one of them. And in a simple parlance, when you speak about electrification, there is whole lot of thing which goes inside the vehicle, and there is a whole lot of thing which stays outside the vehicle.
Correct.
Okay, so which means that there has to be charging infrastructure. Now, when you look at Eaton, it's a pretty interesting combination of the whole lot of electrical world, whole lot of mechanical world, add digitization to it, and you have motley of solutions. So Eaton is working extensively on the charging infrastructure, where we have some compelling propositions. What goes inside the vehicle, I have already explained. We spoke about power distribution, power transmissions, and power connections. In fact, we did make an acquisition last year for power connections, a company called Royal Power Solutions somewhere in USA, and that is in line of what we want to drive in the new power solutions and the new trends. Tanmay.
Right. Obviously, we talk about energy consumption. So organizations are actively looking at decreasing energy consumption. So is there a strategy in place for Eaton to ensure that while manufacturing processes happen efficiently, there is a decrease in energy consumption?
So Tanmay, thanks for asking this question. We did touch upon this in our sustainability discussions.
Right.
So there is a full-fledged strategy which Eaton has, and as I've already told, we have made some bold announcements on our sustainability goals, which eventually means that our energy consumption has to get optimized, which means that we have to use a lot of renewables, which also means that we have to use energy efficient products and processes in our whole manufacturing systems, which also means that we bring in the energy efficient products for the customer, and we are taking mark in all the place with vengeance or with lot of action and benefit.
Right. You've just about ticked all the boxes correctly. One last question. Going forward, is there a goal or a strategy you want to take care of, or something you want to venture into, and how do you see the growth opportunity, or how do you see it evolving over the years?
So Tanmay, as an organization, we formulate our strategy globally and implement it to the last mile across the globe. So whatever we are doing globally is something which we are also doing in India. So what exactly or where exactly we want to make impact? Number one is the traditional business. Our all experience says that traditional business is going to stay, it's not going to disappear soon. So we want to hold our forte there. The other area is the aftermarket piece, where we believe a good aftermarket practices gets you more acceptability. We want to continue grow over there. Third area obviously is e-mobility, where we had a lot of discussion, so we keep working there. Plus Eaton also works, the mobility group wants to work in the new places. When we say new places, it's more to do with new applications like agriculture, genset, etc. Non-automotive to be more precise, and that is also where we are working. So in short, it's going to be a mix of areas where we are going to work. Something bigger than other, but we don't lose focus on any four of them, which is our traditional business, aftermarket, e-mobility, and new places.
Fantastic. On that note, Mr. Shukla, thank you so much for your wonderful insights. I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you for your time.
Sure, and thanks Tanmay, and thanks for all the interesting questions you asked. I really enjoyed the discussion. I'm sure the insights would be helpful for those who get to listen to that, and looking forward for more interactions in future.
Right.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Shailendra Shukla. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much.